blockchain and crypto space continues to grow in the Middle East region, and lately crypto mining is taking the center stage. Mining in the United Arab Emirates, mining in Sultanate of Oman. So I have with me today the VP of Canaan, one of the leading manufacturer of mining equipment, Davis Hui. Hello, Davis.
Hi, hello. It's nice to meet you here. Thank you for your time and thank you for your invitation for this interview.
Pleasure is mine. So first, and to start with, Davis, what about telling us in brief about Canaan? What is Canaan and what do you do? And
Okay, just to mention about that, Canaan is one of the leading ship for the Bitcoin mining machine manufacturer. And actually, this year is our 10th anniversary. In the past 10 years, Canaan, we have done a lot of the #1 first thing in the world. For example, the world's first mining machine was developed by our founder and chairman, Zhang. Before that, most of the miner using the GPU cards put on the motherboard, and one of the legacy of the OS such as Linux is very complicated and difficult to maintain, and it's not really scalable. But today, there's most of the miners and mining company using the dedicated of the ASIC-based powerful machine. Okay, and this said, Canaan, we have changed the games of rule in this industry. This is the first, and the second, we are very powerful and very strong of the R&D team. So with the cutting edge technology, we also develop the world's first immersion solutions. And immersion solution have a lot of advantage compared with air cooling or water cooling, okay, especially in Middle East area. For example, the thermal resistance, the noise reductions, even though just isolations, okay, that's in Middle East. This
was one of my questions, and just you kill it. So.
Okay, no problem. I just go ahead, and then we can discuss the details. Yeah. So this is the second point. And this year we have launched our third generations. So this means that we can provide a total solution for the Middle East customer for the immersion solution. And the third, we are also the first manufacturing nest in Leicester. Okay. Before that, no any Bitcoin mining machine manufacturer can list in Leicester. Okay. A lot of the company try many times but reject by SEC. We have successful in 2019, and as a listed company, we definitely need to follow all the rules and regulations in US, China, and all the countries. Okay, this is really good for some big customers because we respect to the law, we respect to the contract.
The transparency of a listed company as well.
Yes, right. You are right, and because the listed company, we need to open all our data and financial figures every quarter. So you are very easy to access our information on the web, right?
Yeah.
So it's quite important for the listed company or big company, even though the royal company in UAE as well.
I fully agree. So as said in my intro, MENA has started contributing not bad hash rate to Bitcoin network now, and it seems more to come on the pipeline. So how do you see the regional market in terms of demand on machine capability of manufacturer like Canaan to secure the supply?
That's the Bitcoin mining is very dynamic to the Bitcoin price, and Bitcoin price is very fluctuated. Especially, we understand that.
Hopefully, we're heading to a good direction now. So.
I totally agree with you. Okay. But the halving you will commission on next year. Supposedly based on the algorithm, next April of 2024 will be halving. Halving, this means that the Bitcoin reward will cut to half, is around 3.125, right? So that will create a big challenges for the miners and mining company. So as a Bitcoin machine manufacturer, okay, we need to think about how we can help them. That's why I point this question first, because with the mining company in here, the country can be activated to do the business. Okay, so how we can do that is that first we can help. We have launched the most powerful machine. Okay. the machine, as I mentioned, but we have almost 10 years in this industry, and the first machine is developed by us. This means that we are most experienced manufacturer in this field. Okay, so in the past 10 years, our hash rate has increased 2,000 times. 2,000 times in the past 10 years, but the power efficiency, I mean the power consumption has reduced 4,000% percentage. So this means that the miner community can using a more powerful machine to get more reward, and the power consumption can reduce. Okay, and this apply to UAE. The customer is that UAE have a very fantastic because your energy cost is reasonable. I'm not saying it's cheap. Okay, never areas can cheap, but it's a reasonable price, and the government have a supporting. So if the miner, they have a very strong on the capital and really strong on the machine, and definitely they can earn the Bitcoin mining in this industry.
Are we able as manufacturer, the big three guys, the you and the other manufacturer, the supply will go up from this part of the world? And I know that sometimes there is problem with supply of machinery. And manufacturers are not able to provide the right quantity of machines. So this was my question. So a lot of demand is going to happen from this part of the world. What about the supply?
Actually, the supply can point to for the Bitcoin mining, supply can break down to two parts. One is equipment. I mean the mining machine, okay, mining machine. Okay, I just answer this question first. I think your concern is back to 2021. Okay, yes. At the time being, because the Bitcoin price is really high and everybody is hungry for the mining machine because
so you have big stock. This is we end up by we are having a big stock.
Yes, as today, because I personally, I think that as a manufacturer, I can tell you that mining machine is not an issue at this moment until the Bitcoin price is break the new high. But as today, I think that the mining machine is good enough to serve our customers. Okay, no matter on the competitor or us, but the electricity is a concern. Okay, especially reasonable electricity. Okay, I always said that UAE have the advantage. Because in here we have a good enough of the energy, and we can also have a reasonable energy price. So we really want to introduce our customers come to here, and then we can join the country to make sure that it can be in one of the hub of the Bitcoin mining. Today, UAE is contribute around 4% of the overall hash rate. As a country, it's very good. It's the top 10, but I think they still have a big room can be growth.
And I see it's coming. So one of the biggest miners here are going for an IPO now. So things are gonna go crazy soon. So the region is not naturally a preferred mining area with the extreme weather, the dust, as you said. Only innovative mining hardware can do the job. Are you building based on the specific needs of MENA region, or are you building specific equipment for this part of the world, or this is the standard you're building based on?
Yeah, I just mentioned about that. In this region, not only in UAE, in the Middle East, because the temperature environment is very tough. So that's why we will fully introduce our immersion solutions. Because the immersion solution, it was developed by Canaan. We have a niche technology, cutting-edge technology to help the customers to build their immersion system. As I always said, that's immersion system because the machine is under the oil, is full protected by the oil. So the outside condition will be kept in minimal effect to the mining machine. So it's a very perfect to Middle East and of course in UAE country.
Yeah. So how do you compare the demand in the region and other region and countries? Do you see that mining is shifting somehow toward this part of the world?
Yeah, these are very good questions. You know, that's before 2021, the majority hash rate is in China, over 70%. and Chinese government have a new rules and regulation. Yeah,
They kick them out, everybody. They kick everybody. Yeah.
This is another questions. Okay. They moved to US very shortly. Okay, this also created demand in 2021. Just your previous question asking. Okay, and US now is still the majority of hash rate country. Over 45% of hash rate in US. However, US have a, I'm not saying there's a problem, but definitely their electricity cost is not cheap. Honestly speaking, it's expensive. But US is a state because they have a rules and regulation and law to protect the mining business. So if the miner, they would like to keep their profit, especially the Bitcoin price is very high right now, they need to find a better place to start their mining. So they go to CIS, they go to Southeast Asia, Canada, but Canada, the electricity price is quite similar. The best things they read, and Middle East. As I always said, the Middle East have an advantage because you can have, I'm not saying that it's definitely now have, you can have a very reasonable energy, okay? And you in Middle East also can using the green energy. Green energy in sense solar.
Yeah.
Right.
So and considering the last update of MiCA in Europe, so somehow Europe is becoming not a friendly place to do mining at all. So this is to be added on the discussion.
Yes, Europe have their problem right now. I think that today we focus on the Bitcoin mining. We don't concern on any political issue in the world. Okay, but the energy cost in Europe definitely is not very good enough at this moment. Okay, so that's why you notice for Bitcoin mining, the major OpEx is electricity. So once the electricity cost increasing, no matter how your government rules and regulations, the miner cannot take the profit. They will move out because the miner is very dynamic. Where can have a safe and cheap of electricity, they will go in, and where it's expensive, they will go out. So it's very simple.
Go ahead. So Oman was kind of a surprise mover to Bitcoin mining, and lately you had a deal with Green Data City. So can you elaborate more about what's the role of Canaan in this project, and are you working just with Green Data City, or you're working with other parties as well?
Oman is one of our focus country in Middle East. You know that's because their government is really supporting on Bitcoin mining business, and they also set up a really big of an energy farm to provide the electricity to the miners. Sorry. Actually, we have several projects running around in Oman, and most of the projects we work. Yeah, we work with the local company because of why we work with the local company, because local have a local intelligence. Okay, local intelligence is quite important for us because we need to rely on their resources, their rules and regulations, and their facility in Oman, and then we can more easy to work together.
So you're working with Green Data City.
I forgot the name, but I can. I can say. No. Maybe I ask my team to send the name to you.
Okay.
Later on.
So what is the strategy for you in the region? Are you planning to sign with an exclusive distributor, or Canaan will have a real presence here itself in the UAE and local?
Okay, it's a very good question. Actually, we now have an exclusive partnership in here. Okay, in UAE, but it's just focused in UAE. But you know that's in the Middle East. It's a company called Fortune One. Okay. This is obvious, so that's how I can tell. The reason is that because, as I mentioned, when we go to the new countries, we need to have a local partners for help or work together at cooperation. So local intelligence is quite important. So, but of course, the exclusive is quite sensitive to the company, especially in Canada. So we are open our mind to any partnership in any countries. no matter Oman, UAE, or others. Okay, the reasonable is that if they can help us to speed up our business development in these countries, definitely we can discuss.
Yeah.
And later on, I assume that we have a more partnership and cooperation can be happen in Middle East.
Yeah. Usually, having a local partner or distributor means you're having a minimum required orders, right?
Yes, you're right. So that's why we will not sign too much.
Are we talking here? Give me the headline. Are we talking about a big order with?
And I just mentioned you're bringing out a very good point. We will not try to sign too much. You know, there's you sign a partner. This means that they can provide a certain amount of the income or partnership or order to Canaan. But when you start a new region, it takes time, right?
Yeah.
You need to build a brand. You need to build a reference. And you also need to build a team to go to market strategy. So that's why at the beginning, we will not sign too much, maybe 1 to 2 in specific countries, okay? And we hope them they can have a profit with us, and then we can extend this successful story or reference to cover more.
This is a good strategy, not to twist their arm to the maximum.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
The number is not the issue. The quality is the issue. Yeah, we don't have a big quality.
So as you said, and we're heading to the COP28 event happening in Dubai. Environment is becoming somehow a big concern, and it's always connected with anything related to crypto mining. So the technology is evolving, as you said. The consumption of electricity is going down with the new machine, the cooling technique that you're using, but somehow this industry is having a really big carbon footprint. And how do you envision the technology going forward? And with the proof of work or Bitcoin itself, are we gonna be in a place where we will forget about this noise about harming the environment? So is it doable? Is it possible technically to have a less carbon footprint?
Yeah, this is a really good questions. Okay, because a lot of people they still concerned or have a question about Bitcoin mining is still surviving. You know, there's a halving will happen every 4 years. So maybe next halving after next year is okay. But how about the next halving or next halving? So I think that they should have a real application to trigger the Bitcoin price. And once the Bitcoin price can be increased high and higher, the Bitcoin mining business can be survived. Okay, so the trigger point definitely should come from the traditional financial institute. Okay, just these 3 days, why Bitcoin price jumped 25%? Because the rumor of the BlackRock can approve. Yeah, the ETF, the spot ETF. So it's just a rumor, and I give you some numbers. You can prove this. You know that the BlackRock they hold on 10 terabytes or US dollars. Okay, but the overall cryptocurrency is just 1.7 terabytes. So this is big gaps. So when this financial industry they join into the Bitcoin business, okay, the overall is based on demand and supply, because the demands have increased very significantly, and supply, because the halving will reduce, the Bitcoin price will be increased and pop into new applications. For example, Lightning or maybe Web3, and the overall application can be drive the demand against and against. So that business can be continuous for the future. This is my view, of course.
Yeah. So last, I would like you to shed the light on Canaan strategic outlook for the future. So with the halving coming, with the Bitcoin pricing expected to go high, with the ETFs, with all of this, what is your strategic outlook, and how do you look into this altogether?
Okay, our strategy definitely we need to catch up the market share. Okay, as you mentioned, we are the leadership in this industry, but we are not the first one. Okay, so our first target is you need to catch up the market share, and in order to catch up the market share, just I mentioned, because the miner now they go to all the world, not focus on China, not focus on US. So that's why we need to extend our coverage to all the countries. So that's why we have set up our team in Middle East, in Dubai, because we want to extend our coverage in this industry, in this regions. And we also will set up the team in Africa, South America, CIS, etc. So to increasing our go-to-market strategy, the first. The second is in this industry, the major miner or major companies contribute a lot. So that's why we also very focus on these major customers. And because we have a very strong R&D, definitely we can customize or tailor-make our solution, even though we can do some OEM or ODM with these major customers to enhance our stickiness with the customers and, of course, increasing our market share. This second. The third is we need to enhance our technology. I always said that we are a technology company. R&D team is the most important things for us. So we would enhance our box and increase our hash rate, and we reduce our
consumption of electricity.
Power consumption. Yeah, so that's why the miner can have a more profit. So this is definitely our direction we do in commission.
Perfect, Davis. Thank you for your time, and hopefully we'll meet you in person soon.